This is our podcast song. It isn't very long.
Sarah, we need a gif of us just dancing to our own intro song.
It's so ridiculous every single time.
I can't help it.
Oh, gosh.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to Laughing with Gingers.
The podcast where two feisty redheads with loud laughs share crazy stories, play games, and spread silliness and joy.
That little forgetful busy bee over there is my partner in crime on the Laughing with Gingers podcast, Christina Curry.
And that is Sarah Alapin, bobbing head. What are those things called? Bobbleheads.
Bobblehead, yeah.
Oh my God, we need a bobblehead of ourselves.
It would work for our nodding, too.
I know. If you listen to last week's episode, we are nodders. We like to nod to just, be friendly and confirm our agreement with people. But we also like to bob, not a bob.
That's true. That's true. We also like to forget to tell our respective partners we're recording, and mine just came up and listened outside the door.
Oh no, that is hilarious. Anyway, I'm super stoked to do our psychological hacks today.
Yeah, and I don't know if you said my name, so I'm Sarah Alapin, and also stoked.
I did. Did I get lost in the bobble and nodding?
I think so.
That makes sense.
I did call you forgetful, so I deserved it.
That's true.
Yep.
Manifestation right there.
Exactly. So today's part 2 of psychological hacks, y'all. We are excited to bring you some good ones on this week's episode of Laughing with Gingers.
Mine are just straight up life ones. That's where I went with this.
Yeah, mine are mostly interaction ones. Some that are for you to help yourself.
Ooh, self-help. I'm a self-help junkie.
Are you really?
I love everything self-help.
Chicken noodle soup for the soul over there.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't read that in a while.
Since like elementary school, middle school.
Yeah. It might have been middle school for me, but yeah, man, remember when those were like everywhere? Chicken soup for the teenage soul, chicken soup for the blah blah soul. It was like everything.
Oh my God. Yeah. I forgot about them until that. I think that might be the only thing that I can actually say I've read that's self-help, unless you count The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a really good one too. I don't know. I like all those like woohoo books, like yoga off the mat and like
yoga off the mat.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. It's the history of yoga. It's out of print now. It's actually a really good book. I coveted it. I'm not even going to tell you how I found it. And it's like, I don't know if it's yoga off the mat. Oh no, it's beyond the mat. And it's like the whole history. And anyway, we're going on a tangent here.
Yoga off the mat sounds better.
Yeah, that would have been a better title. I wonder if that is a book. I feel like, where did I get that from? It's got to be a book out there.
I hope it's a self-help book at that.
I know. It feels like it would be.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Some psychological hacks.
Do you want to go first and then I'll?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Hit me with a few.
All right. Here we go. If you think someone is watching you, fake yawning and then watch them.
Oh my God. I want to yawn right now.
Because you know how yawning is contagious, and then you'll know if they're watching you. Oh
my God.
Did you just burp?
No, I raspberried with my lips. I'm trying not to yawn. Thinking about it and talking about it is making me want to yawn. That's a good psychological hack, though.
Yeah, you kinda don't think about flipping it on somebody, but it makes
Mhm,
total sense.
mhm, yeah, it definitely does, yeah.
Okay, when a group of people is laughing, they tend to look at the person that they like the most. So if I'm laughing and I look at you, that means I like you the most. Generally speaking, I would imagine that it also could be like you look at the person that like told the joke or that relates to the joke. Like there could be other things involved in it, but like theoretically,
Oh
that's
my
what you tend to
god,
do.
it's so cool. I think it's true. I feel like picturing myself, envisioning myself in, like, a group and laughing. Like, if Angie's there, I'm definitely defaulting to, like, poking her and being like, "Rah, rah, rah."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. This one, Jennifer, whose soul is a ginger, um, our lichenologist in residence. That's a
Uh,
deep cut reference right
yeah,
there.
that is back to, like, season 2, I think.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, when we did the Scary Movie Project crossover with, and we watched, oh my god, what was that movie called?
Something about gingers.
Ginger Snaps.
Ginger snaps.
"Hey, I'm
Yeah.
wearing my Don't Make Your Ginger Snap or this Ginger Snap shirt."
Oh my god, I love it. Don't make this ginger snap.
Today is a day of coincidences.
I know, it's so great. It's so great.
Okay, so here's the
Uh,
one she uses on you. Let's see if you remember it.
okay.
If you whisper to someone, um
Go on. I mean, go on. It's so hard to whisper.
they will likely whisper back, even though there's no good reason to lower their voice.
Oh, yeah, Jennifer definitely does that to me. Oh, does it work? I don't know. Oh god, that's hilarious. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, that's like a season 3 callback, I feel like.
yeah, yep. Alright, you wanna give me one of yours?
Yeah, okay, so I've got one. If, let's say, you and your spouse are fighting, you're angry at one another, I have a proven psychological tactic that you can do to, like, make it less angry vibes. So,
Ah.
yeah, it's so this is proven. It's proven psychologically that it is far easier to storm your anger onto someone who is actually physically away from you if they're like gone. But when someone sits next to you, it feels awkward to like, be mad at them. And so take control of the situation by actually sitting next to the person that you're angry with, like sitting close to them, and it'll diffuse the angry vibes and then can lead to, compromise and understanding.
I have a bonus.
Good. Boo, 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 boo. Bonus, bonus, bonus. I wish I had that sound effect of that air horn. Brr, 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 brr. I can't even do it.
Oh my god. So, touching someone on their shoulder or knee creates a stronger emotional bond with that person.
Oh my god, that is a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have
Touch,
another
touch,
one
touch.
too, but I'm trying to find it.
Ooh. Angie does
Uh
that a lot when she's talking to people. I think that's why everyone likes her so much. She, like, will, like, touch their shoulder while she's talking to them.
That's really funny. I could
Mhm.
totally see that about her.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, I think that's why when we leave a party, everyone's like, "Angie's so great. Angie's so wonderful. Brr, 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 Angie." I'm like, "What about me?" I don't touch people enough. Stranger touch.
And they're partially deaf afterward.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, it's so quiet now. Thank God Christina left."
Okay, I have my other one.
Yeah.
This I think is interesting, but it overlaps so well. So, if there is a mirror behind the person you are ordering from, so like if you go to the bar and there's a like the bartender has a mirror behind them, you're
Yeah.
less likely to be rude because nobody wants to see themselves being rude.
Is that why so many bars have mirrors behind them?
I mean, I would
Oh
imagine
my
there's also probably lighting or something too, but yeah,
Whoa, that is so interesting.
isn't
I
that
wonder
crazy?
if that goes for, like, Zoom as well. Like, you're not getting nearly as angry as you might if it was a normal meeting.
Yeah, if you could see yourself.
Mhm, mhm. Oh, that is interesting. Whoa, mind blown.
Yeah, seriously.
Mm,
All right, you want another one?
mhm. Yes, I do.
Okay. When you approach a group of people, if you notice that their feet are turning towards you, they are interested in having a conversation with you. If their feet are pointed away from you, you are probably not welcome to join the conversation.
Oh my god, I had that one too. But it was more of like if you're in a conversation with someone and you start to see their feet pointing away from you, wrap that shit up and just like boop, get out of there. But if they're like facing you, continue on your merry, merry way.
It's one of the tricks that I teach, when I talk about networking is to always keep that circle open so that people can come through, because when you
Mm.
point your feet into the circle, then it closes it off and nobody can join it without physically, like, tapping you on the shoulder, which is just, like, not a great look for networking.
No, no one wants to do that. It's
No
awkward.
no one wants to come up and touch your shoulder or your knee when they walk into the circle before they
You
know
have to
your
be
name.
engaged in conversation first. That is inappropriate touching. That will get you nowhere
Yes.
quickly.
You wanna know what else can make people feel uncomfortable
What, besides stranger touch?
besides that? If you look at their forehead while you talk to them.
Oh my god, that is so awkward and weird. I don't know why anyone would do that.
I mean, the goal would be to make the person uncomfortable, I
Yeah,
guess, but
yeah.
I've had people do that to me, and it is so awkward.
Yeah, it is really awkward. I feel like that was an old trick, like, that people used to teach of, like, "Oh, look at their forehead if you don't wanna look at their eyes," but it is creepy AF.
Yeah, especially when you have giant eyes, like, I have giant eyes.
Yeah, everyone would know 1,000% you're staring at their forehead, and they'd be like, "Do I have cheese on my forehead?"
That would seriously happen. Yes, they'd be
I would
like,
be, like, wiping my forehead. That's not good, it's not
"Oh my
good.
god." Okay, you wanna give me one?
Yeah, okay, so this one I feel like is one that a lot of people know, especially you self-help junkies out there. Which is how to improve a bad day. So, regardless of how your day goes, you should always sit down and just jot down 10 things that you're grateful for. And within a few minutes, you'll start to see that your mood shifts, which I actually used to do on the regular basis. And sometimes it's hard to come up with 10 things to write that you're grateful for when you're in a bad mood.
Really? I feel like I would
Yeah.
always be able to come up with 10 things that I'm grateful for, although then I would be mad at myself if I repeated them. Like, I did that one the last time. I can't be thankful every time that I don't just look at people's foreheads while I'm talking to them.
Oh, you're like, "I gotta come up with 10 new things every day." That would stress me
You know,
out.
I used to, that's so weird, you just jogged this out of my brain. So in the last episode, I was talking about how I was a teacher and how I hadn't really, like, interviewed. So when I was a teacher, if one of the students said something insulting to another student, it
Mhm.
takes 12 nice things to make up for one mean thing that someone says to you.
Ooh.
So I used to make them write 12 nice things that were thoughtful, and
Mhm.
unique, and then they had to read them in front of the class. And if
Dang.
if they were not unique enough, we would I would critique them.
Oh my god. I love that.
Everyone was super nice in my class.
Yeah, that would be I mean, I love that. I think that's great. Like, force them to
Yeah,
think positive. I'm
and it
all
was
for
it
that.
was just, like, things like, you know, it couldn't be like, "She has blue eyes," or something.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
had to be, like, something a little bit more in depth, and if they didn't actually get to 12, then I would send them back to think about it more.
I think it's great. Yeah, no, like, you can't probably comment on the body. It's all about, like, the mind and their talent and creativity and smartness and
Yeah,
personality and stuff.
like, they're thoughtful because they always push your chair in for you when you stand up to leave the room
Mhm. Mhm,
or whatever.
mhm. All those are way more meaningful than, "Oh, their eyes are pretty blue," or whatever.
Yeah, it actually was like I mean, it kinda sounds like I was being mean, but, um, like, it was like a complete transformation for the people that were having nice things read about them.
Oh god, I
Um,
can totally see that happening. It would
yeah,
feel really good.
yeah, especially because you'd see people in the class nodding.
Yeah. I think all you teachers out there, you should totally do this. Yeah, 12 nice things to one bad thing
Yeah,
punishment.
yeah, it was good, it was a good one. It was it's punishing without, like, punishing.
Good job, Sarah. Good job, teacher Sarah.
Thanks. I always try to make the world a little bit of a happier place.
Yeah, yeah, one student at a time.
You wanna know how to make your week a little happier?
Yeah.
Plan something for every Wednesday that you can look forward to. That way, you start to look forward to it on Monday, and by the time Wednesday rolls around, you're already halfway through the week and almost to the weekend.
I love that. I think it's so great.
I know, I think so too. I feel like I may start trying to schedule, like, date nights or something on Wednesdays. Um
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, go find, like, a happy hour around town or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. I think that's great. Yes,
Yay.
yes, yes, that was a good one.
Do you want another one?
Mhm.
Um, Clearly, I'm way too excited about these.
No,
Um,
I'm excited too.
Chew gum if you're nervous. Our brains assume that if we're eating, we're not in any immediate danger, so it lowers our fight or flight response.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, it makes total sense, though.
That's a good one.
I did
That's a
not put
really
it in the interview one because I was like, "You really cannot go into an interview chewing gum."
don't do that, don't do that.
That's just that's
Bad luck.
poor that feels like poor form. I may not have interviewed many times, but I feel like it would be really distracting to
Yeah.
the interviewer. That would be
Yeah,
the thing they'd remember, that you were
yeah.
just
Gum chewer.
masticating. Yeah,
Yeah, not appropriate. Don't do that. Oh, that
yeah.
was a good one. Okay, okay, give me another one.
Alright, this is another one that's kind of, like, similar. So, if someone is having a panic attack, start breathing regularly and really loudly with the person. So start, like, with them, but then regulate it to be a much more regular breath, like, regular pacing, and that person who's panicking will subconsciously start to breathe in rhythm with you.
Yeah, I definitely knew that when I went through this, like, panic anxiety attack training, like, how to, like, be there for someone who does that or is going through that, and in addition, this is really helpful, you put your hand on their heart and put their hand on your heart, and the breathing and the feeling of it and the heartbeat all, like, will sync up together, and you can calm them down pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, and the making eye contact, knowing that this is the space they're in, it's a safe space, don't look at anything else around you. Yeah, it's really helpful. It can really, really work.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't think there's science behind this part, but, weird aside, I'm co-hosting the Scary Movie Project again tomorrow, which I don't know when it drops for our listeners out there, but, um, it's not dropping tomorrow, I'm telling you that. But, Mel Gibson does that when his son is having an asthma attack in
Oh. Oh,
in
yeah, in
that
that
movie,
movie, what's the movie called?
Signs. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
did I not say the movie that I was doing?
Uh-uh, uh-uh. That movie bugged the shit out of me because it's like the world is what, 80% water, and water is what's, like, murdering the aliens. It's like, really, they're taking over a planet where they can tell there's a lot of water, and that's what's, like, killing you. It
Yeah,
just seems silly.
I feel like that's not very well thought through on the alien part.
Mhm, mhm. Everything
Like, you
else was great. Everything else
yeah,
was great. But
yeah.
that being what murders them, I'm like, "Ugh, that fell flat for me."
I was like, so everyone at the beach is just, like, fine, and almost all cities are built on some sort of port because that's how we
Mhm.
used to transfer things, and that's actually still the primary way of shipping. We are going down a rabbit hole here. But I thought the same thing. I was like, "So every city is fine?" Like, so, it takes place in Bucks County, which is outside of Philadelphia, but
Mhm.
Philadelphia is on a city. It's on the oh my god, the name just what Schuylkill River.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm. Large
yeah,
body of water right
it's
there.
a big, very gross river. Very gross.
Ew, like, polluted?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
Mm.
swim in it.
Bleh.
I wouldn't swim in the waters outside DC either, so there's that.
Okay, noted.
I mean, most cities, like, there's a reason the Thames and the Seine were declared dead.
Mhm, mhm. Small yep, 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 yep. There's a reason.
Yeah. Do you have
Anyway,
another one you wanna
tangent.
give me?
Yeah. Well, this is my last one, and it okay, we've all done it where we have that song that just, like, won't leave our brains.
Yes.
Okay, I have a trick how to, like, get it out of your brain. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Um, it's an effect that I don't know how to pronounce, the Zeigarnik effect. Continues to remind us about completing something that we've started. So when a song continues to play in your mind for a long time, sit down and actually listen to the full song once through, and your mind will automatically be like, "Oh, well, that's completed," and then move on, and you won't have it stuck in your head anymore.
So, I heard this too, and I'm not sure I believe it because I get, like, the song from the Burger King commercial stuck in my head.
How does that one go?
Oh my god, please don't make me do
I
this.
almost went, "I'm loving it," and I was like, "No, that's McDonald's."
That is McDonald's. This is the current one that's like, "Eat like a king who's on a budget."
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Oh my god, it's so catchy and it just gets so stuck. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's like I mean, also, like, I don't eat fast food. Um,
Oh, you
well,
want Burger King.
no, it, like, makes me really hostile about Burger King. It has the opposite effect. I'm like, "Damn it, Burger King, I hate
I
you."
hate you. I'm boycotting you, even though I didn't eat you in the
Like,
first place.
I wouldn't have eaten you to begin with, but now I'm definitely not eating you.
Oh god.
I am gonna send you that song, and you are gonna let me know if it gets stuck in your head
Okay.
because it makes me absolutely insane.
Alright, yeah, send it over so I can be insane with you.
We'll let you know how that goes next week, everybody. Um, alright, so you want my last one?
Yeah,
I
give it
mean,
to
I have a
me.
bunch more, but I can definitely give you, um So this one is for if someone is making jokes at your expense. And
Okay, this is good. This is a good one.
yeah, this one I actually like when I read this, I was like, wow. I immediately felt empowered for the having the knowledge and immediately awkward if I was the one who was doing the teasing. Like I could relate to it on
Oh.
both sides. So I like had this like split Sarah moment of
Yeah.
like, oh God, that would be awful. And also like, oh God, that would definitely stop them from being a jerk. Okay. So if someone is making jokes at your expense, act like you can't hear them and ask them to repeat it. You can do this multiple times, and by the time they say it a third or fourth time, nobody's laughing and everyone just feels incredibly awkward that it ever happened.
I love that one the best. I can't wait to try that out the next time I feel picked on.
Oh my god, but it's so true, like, think about it from, like, the sibling point of view, like, when your sibling had friends over or something and was teasing you. I don't know that Sean did that to you, but
No, we were pretty nice to each other.
Dan and I would, like, tease like, rib each other, but sometimes it would
Mhm,
actually hurt my feelings, and sometimes it would actually hurt his too,
mhm.
even though it was, like, all in good fun from the other person's point of view.
Yeah,
But just imagine if you had to repeat it multiple times, like, how awkward you would feel, and then you would be embarrassed, and you would go home and think about that later, how awkward you felt as the
I feel
person
like
making the joke.
yeah, this is a really good hack for people in a workplace where someone's being racist, homophobic, or
Bullying.
sexist, or bullying you. Like, this can go beyond, like, that and really put some jerk coworker in their place.
Yeah, I mean, or classmate or like, neighborhood kid or whatever. Like
Yeah,
this is a great tip to learn as a child, like as a
yeah,
younger person too.
yeah.
Because again, like the people will immediately jump ship from the person who's ribbing you at best and being mean at worst. Well,
Mhm,
bullying at worst. I mean, there's a lot worse than bullying, I guess.
mhm.
I in my world, I like to pretend there isn't sometimes for my own sanity. That's my own self-help.
I know, I know. It
I like to
devolves from
believe the
there, though.
best.
Mhm. But that's a
Um,
good, like, way to just throw it back at them because repeating something not nice, it's gonna sound even more not nice the more they say it.
and it loses the funny, like, immediately, even if it
Mhm.
is funny to the people who are standing around being part of it,
Yeah.
it immediately and it severs the, like, joke from the people near them, so then they end up being the ones who are isolated, which, use with caution. We never wanna make
Mhm.
anyone feel bad, um,
But the
but
bullies
yeah.
out there, we do.
Those bullies can get guns, so again, use with use with caution. Don't
True, 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 true.
always use your power for good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anywho, that was awesome. Oh my god, I love psychological hacks. They're so interesting.
I know, me too. I'm so fascinated by them. I'm really glad we did this episode. Hopefully, you all enjoyed this episode of Laughing with Gingers as well.
Yeah, I mean, let us know if you have any psychological hacks that you've used. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I would love to like hear them.
I know.
More
Maybe
psycho stuff the better.
maybe we can revisit it next season. We'll give you credit
Ooh.
if you send them our way.
Yeah, because Sarah clearly has 1,000 more to, to share.
I do. I tend to stockpile.
Mhm, mhm. That's okay. That's okay. You're prepared for the apocalypse.
I am, because obviously we will keep doing Laughing with Gingers during the apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, totally,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah, just imagine The Last of Us, which I haven't seen yet, but, and Laughing with Gingers still going.
Mhm.
I
But
feel
hey,
like we might attract the predators.
I mean, the apocalypse still needs laughter.
That's true, but it may have to be a little quieter because we would definitely attract zombies and things.
Soundproof building. Or we're dead in the first week.
And and only listen in your headphones because you don't wanna attract them either.
No, no, that's true. Good point. Oh my gosh,
Oh
so that
god.
was so fun. Thank you for joining us, everyone, on Laughing with Gingers.
We love that you listen to our silly podcast, and we just appreciate you all.
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram at over at Laughing with Gingers.
And you, of course, can send us funny stories and stuff. And if you've got a hot second, if you could give us a follow, rate, and review, it really helps us with searchability and things. And I know we don't ask that of you all very often, but it helps other people find the show, and it helps us bring you more good content. So, give us a follow, rate, and review.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we appreciate you thanking you before it happens. Get access to premium content, including ad-free episodes, swag, special events, access to us, and more starting at just $3. Check us out at patreon.com/laughingwithgingers.
And if you want your own Laughing with Gingers merch, you know where to find it. It's at laughingwithgingers.com.
And tune in to Laughing with Gingers next week for some more good times.
Bye.
Bye.